Smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
Highlights from the show, man. Who else went crazy up there?
I mean, a lot of
If you'd have kept talking now, Mandy would have glocked up. yo, Mandy got to stop acting like, you know what she act like? I can't say it. Yeah. But you know what she got to stop.
You know.
The slightest idea what you're talking about.
Well, bleep it.
Yeah, I got you.
She be acting like that. Like, move, bitch.
Get out there.
Yeah,
that's what you think?
She act like she act like
Yo, y'all niggas sound stupid.
No, for real.
I know.
Go watch that shit.
I could really go. Y'all better shut up. Everybody in here better shut up. Because I'm going to start saying who y'all look be, and they look like.
My girl know all mine.
Well,
my girl been on my phone.
All right, shut up then.
You can say that. I'm
Thank you.
And I don't have none.
Mine ain't true.
Mine ain't true neither.
And I'm there. So.
Oops, sat him down. Look, look at Flip.
Said who that? No, I say it. Nigga, turn the mic down. Turn the mic down. Turn the mic on. Turn the mic on, nigga. Let's move back to the part that gets us home. You think you try to back me down, nigga?
Sat him down.
I didn't try to do that at all.
It's Brian. Watch your fucking mouth,
I didn't try to do that at all.
Don't try to back me down, nigga.
I said y'all, nigga. Why? I said everybody in here.
What I'm saying to you is...
Yeah, but it was for you. It was for you.
What's going on, y'all? We are back with the files. Now listen, Ish almost exploded on Joe, Flip, and whoever was talking in the room. He wasn't even playing with those guys, right? Now Joe Budden and Queen's Flip crossed the line, and Ish's reaction told you everything you needed to know. It all started when Joe and Flip tried to joke that Mandy B from the Horrible Decisions podcast under Charlemagne's Black Effect Network was pushing up on Ish a little too much, making it look like she was the side chick, like she was the side piece. Flip and Joe called her a side piece, but they had to bleep it out. Yo, that's what they said. They said side piece. Ish said side piece. Hold up, we got the file. So I had to come in with this for y'all. Now that hit a nerve for Ish. Ish immediately shut it down because to him, Mandy isn't some fling. She's his homie.
I'm a procrastinator.
What's been your biggest failure so far and the most impactful lesson you learned from it?
Hey, yo! You ain't prepped me for this? I didn't do that.
What's been my biggest failure? And
his friend. And if you've been following the files, you know Ish always sticks up for her whenever Joe tries to bring her up in a negative way.
About to say $5 million for life without pretty girl perks.
I could do.
No, but she just probably a good.
Because that has to be accounted for, Mandy. Oh man, fuck you talking about?
You go, boss man.
Mandy was shooting.
No, Mandy didn't shoot.
What's that? Why is that a conversation?
Oh, I don't know.
Now, this isn't the first time Joe's, used Mandy's name for jokes either. Right? He tried to talk about her with Mel, mad stuff. Remember, Mandy split from the Joe Budden network a while back, and she didn't leave quietly. She had issues with a contract and the agreement around her show, right? Like, ever since then, Joe has been on her head top, you know what I mean? Saying little jokes and throwing shots, sometimes directly, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? He's masking it up, you know what I'm saying? But here's where it gets sticky, okay? Mandy asked Ish to help her get into InvestFest, all right, which was in Atlanta. That was a Earn Your Leisure event, okay, with Ian, Rashad, and Troy. Now, if we being real here, right, Mandy's attached to Charlemagne's network. So you'll think that her name or the affiliation with Charlemagne will hold some type of weight, but it didn't, okay? Ish is the one who had to get her in, all right? Ish from the JBP. Now, that may sound like a small favor, but in the war between Joe and Charlemagne, little slip-ups like that are major, all right? Because if Ish is helping Mandy while she's under the Charlemagne wing, does that blur the lines a little bit? To me, it does. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't Charlemagne be the one securing in his own people's access to the spot? Not the JBP crew. Like, even though that's her homie and all that, like, nah, it ain't supposed to be like that. Then Joe took it to another level, saying Mandy would have clocked Dr. Bryant over the head if she kept talking to Ish, painting Mandy as if, she be jealous, territorial, messy, and all of that. But Ish laughed it off at first, right? And I thought it was cool. But the second Joe and Flip labeled her as a side piece, that's when, Ish whole demeanor shifted. You know what I'm saying? He had to stick up for the homie. And here's like, here's where we get crazy in the files. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the video, if you go back to the clip that I played in the beginning of this is real file talk right here, right? It's for my filers. This is what I do. If you go back and look at Ish's face and his expression in that moment after he laughed when Joe and Flip, was on his head top. It wasn't a game. His face changed, his tone changed, and then he hit them with a warning. Everybody better shut up before I start talking. That right there, though, super red flag for Dub. Super. Because what does that really mean, homie? It means like Ish has ammo. He's holding secrets. And he's letting Joe and Flip know, don't play with me. I'll air this whole thing out. Right? So, and you ain't catch how quick, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying? Joe immediately defended himself, saying his girl goes through his phone and knows all the women he talks to. All right. But that was a little shaky. When Joe said that was a little shaky for me. Like he was just trying to throw something out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like a quick one. Flip stumbled. He stumbled on his words a bit. He got a little shaky. He said what Ish was saying ain't true. Right. But the way it came out, it didn't sound convincing either. You could see it on his face. Shock, discomfort, caught in the moment. Now, if you've been watching Flip long enough, you know the pattern, right? You know when he's lying or concerned. His tone drop low, right? You know what I mean? His tone drops, like. Now, if you've been watching Flip long enough, you know the pattern, right? When he's lying or concerned, his tone drops low. He gives a quick answer, then suddenly gets loud to cover it up, like the volume is surprised. I mean, like the volume is supposed to erase the lie. And it reminded me of those past rumors floating around the JBTV community. The speculation that Flip was messing with women from his own network. Joe has even made jokes about Flip being freaky and taking women out of state. Remember when, he had tatted up Holly, the lady of the night? She came on the pod, right? And fans thought something was going on between her and Flip, right? That narrative has always lived, and it's still been living on, right? So when Ish threatened to air it all out, Flip's body language told us he wasn't ready for that smoke. This is why I've said it before. If the Joe Budden podcast ever breaks up in a messy way, secrets are going to pour out. It's just confirmed that for me. He's sitting on stories. He's sitting on the receipts. And if they keep playing with him, he gonna air it out. Right? Right? When a man like Ish finally says, I'll tell who your chicks are, who looks like the side pieces, he ain't bluffing. That's a warning shot. So here's a real question for y'all. Did Ish just expose that every cast member is cheating and got low-key side pieces on the, you know what I'm saying, on the side? And if this pod ever implodes, do you think it'll be worse than the Joe versus Rory and Maul breakup? Because I do. All right? And you think Ish was bluffing? Or was that a real threat? Right? Let me know, because I'm bugging right now off that. Like, it's saying that was a little too spicy for me. All right. Now, if the JBP were to break up tomorrow, who do you think will reveal the most secrets? All right. Would it be Ish? Would it be Flip? Would it be Mel? Would it be Mark? Would it be Imani? Would it be Ice? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Mel. I'm going with Mel first. I think Ish should hold back a little bit, but I'm going with Mel first. I just know they would talk about it, though. I know Ish would talk about it if it got messy. Now, was Joe and Flip just joking about Mandy B, or were they just trying to push Ish into snapping on the camera? Most importantly, was Ish wrong for being that defensive, or was he protecting his friend from the disrespect? Let me know what you guys think, and we'll be back with the files.
Y'all look at my face. Y'all see the hoodie?
My guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.